In this video, we're breaking down how to spot an AI fluent hire without getting fooled by someone who just knows a few trendy prompts. Because almost everyone says they use AI, but using it to write one email is very different from using it to think, check work, and moving faster without losing quality. I'm Erin from Paired. Let's get into it. First, let's define AI fluency in a simple way. AI fluency means someone knows how to use AI to make their work better. They can give clear instructions, add the right context, check the output, and know when AI should or should not be used. They also know not to be careless with private information, customer data, or company work. A strong AI user is not just fast, they are responsible. So if someone says, I use AI for everything, do not stop there. Ask how they use it, what they use it for, and how they check the final work. The goal is to hire someone who uses AI to do their job better. Next, it helps to understand the three main ways people use AI at work. The first is automation. That means they give AI a clear task and ask it to do something. For example, summarize this document, draft this email, clean up these meeting notes, or turn this outline into a first draft. Automation is useful when the task is clear. The second is augmentation. This is where AI becomes more like a thinking partner. The person uses it to brainstorm ideas, compare options, pressure test a plan, or work through a problem. This is usually where stronger AI users stand out. They're not just asking AI to finish tasks, they are using it to think better. The third is agency. This is when AI is set up to do work more independently. For example, helping sort messages, categorize leads, draft responses, or run a repeatable workflow. A good AI fluent hire knows the difference between these three uses. They do not treat AI like a magic button. They know when to automate, when to collaborate, and when a workflow needs more human control. And if you are hiring overseas talent, this is one of the areas where Paired can help. We are not just looking for people who can do the task. We help businesses find candidates who can communicate clearly, work remotely, and adapt to the tools modern teams are actually using. Here is the first big interview filter. Do not be impressed just because someone can name AI tools. A candidate might say they use ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Midjourney, Perplexity, Notion AI, or Copilot. But tool names do not prove fluency. What you really want to hear is judgment. Ask them, how do you decide when to use AI and when not to? A weak answer sounds like I use it whenever I need to save time. A stronger answer sounds more thoughtful. They might say, I use AI for brainstorming, first drafts, summaries, and checking my thinking, but I do not use it for anything that needs private data, final approval, or facts that I cannot verify. That is a much better sign. It shows they understand that the tool has limits. AI fluency is not just speed, it's knowing how to use AI without creating more problems. Next, ask for a real example, because this is where vague answers usually fall apart. Instead of asking, do you use AI? Ask, tell me about a time you used AI to improve your work. Then listen for how specific they get. A strong candidate should be able to explain what the task was, what they asked AI to help with, how they changed the output, and how they checked the final result before using it. A weak answer would be, I use AI to write content faster, which sounds fine at first, but does not really show how they think. A stronger answer would be something like, I used AI to create a first outline for a blog post, then I checked the search intent, added examples from our own customers, rewrote the intro, and used AI again to find gaps before sending the draft. The best candidates explain the back and forth. They can show where AI helped, where they made changes, and where their own judgments came in. If you really want to test AI fluency, give them a small paid task. Keep it short and realistic. You're not asking for free work, you're trying to see how they think. For a marketing assistant, you could say, here is a messy paragraph about our product. Use AI to turn it into 3 social post ideas, then explain which one you would choose and why. For an operations assistant, you could say, here are messy meeting notes. Use AI to turn them into action items, then check if anything is missing or unclear. For a customer support role, you could say, use AI to draft a response to this customer complaint, then edit it so it sounds human and on brand. The final answer matters, but the process matters more. Ask what prompt they used, what AI got wrong, what they changed, and what they would double check before sending it. And that tells you more than a polished answer ever will. And if building this kind of test feels like one more thing on your plate, Paired can help you find vetted candidates and see how they actually think before you hire. Here's a big one. Test whether they fact check. AI can sound confident and still be wrong, so an AI fluent hire should never treat the output like automatic truth. You want to ask, what do you do when AI gives you an answer that sounds right, but you are not sure? A weak answer is, I usually trust it. A stronger answer is, I check reliable sources, compare it with the original document, review company information, or ask someone on the team if it affects an important decision. You can also test this directly. Give them a short AI-generated answer with one obvious obvious mistake and ask what they would change before sending it. If the role involves writing, this could be a paragraph with a wrong claim, missing detail, or a tone problem. A good candidate will not just say, looks good, they will catch the issue, explain why it matters, and improve the answer. That is real AI fluency, not just generating output, but checking it. Next, test for privacy and safety. This does not need to be some intense technical quiz. Just ask, what kind of information would you not put into an AI tool? A strong candidate should know the basics. Do not paste in private customer information, passwords, financial details, legal docs, internal strategy, or anything sensitive unless the company has approved tools and rules for it. If they say, I never really thought about that, that is not the end of the world, but it does mean they need training before you trust them with sensitive work. A good AI user understands the difference between asking AI to clean up a public job post and dropping a private client contract into a random tool. That is the kind of judgment you want, especially on a remote team where people are working on their own and you cannot watch every little thing that they do. Another sign of an AI fluent hire is that they ask better questions. When someone knows how to work with AI, they usually know how to give context. That habit shows up in interviews too. Instead of jumping straight into an answer, they may ask about the goal, the audience, the tone, what success looks like, or whether there are examples they should follow. That is a good sign because AI works better when the human gives better direction, and work works better that way too. If a candidate asks thoughtful questions before solving a problem, they are showing you they are not just trying to look fast. They're trying to get it right. Now let's talk about the red flag. The biggest red flag is over-reliance. That is when a candidate uses AI as a replacement for thinking. You're going to hear a lot of things like, I just ask AI and use what it gives me, or AI usually handles that, or I don't really need to edit it. AI can help with a lot, but the person still needs taste, judgment, context, and responsibility. A good hire should be able to explain what they bring to work beyond the tool. For example, a writer should still understand the audience, a recruiter should still understand people, a finance assistant should still care about accuracy, a customer support person should still have empathy. AI can make strong workers faster, but it can also make weak work look polished for a few minutes. That is why you test the thinking underneath. If you want to keep this easy, use a simple scorecard. Score the candidate on 5 things. First, clarity. Can they explain how they use AI in plain language? Second, judgment. Do they know when AI is useful and when it's risky? Third, process. Can they show how they prompt, review, edit, and improve the output? Fourth, accuracy. Do they fact check instead of blindly trusting AI? Fifth, responsibility. Do they understand privacy and sensitive information? If they score well across those 5 areas, they are probably more AI fluent than somebody who only knows a few tools. And remember, you are not looking for perfection. You're looking for someone who can use AI thoughtfully, learn quickly, and apply it to real work. That is the difference. And if you want help finding candidates who are already comfortable working with modern tools, remote workflows, and clear communication, Pear can help you find vetted overseas talent without starting from a blank pile of resumes. So here's the simple breakdown. Don't just ask if someone uses AI, ask how they use it. Look for real examples, fact-checking, privacy awareness, and a clear process. Give them a small task and watch how they think, not just what they produce. An AI fluent hire does not let AI do the work. They use AI to do better work. And if you want help finding vetted overseas talent who can actually fit the way modern teams work, check out Paired in the description below. I'm Erin from Paired. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.